I collect a lot of different things: art books, Lego sets, vinyl records, t shirts, jackets. The list goes on. But why? The simple answer is I just think they're cool. But honestly, I think there's a deeper reason, especially when it comes to vinyl records and physical media tied to music and entertainment. Because in a day and age where you can watch or listen to whatever you want instantly thanks to streaming, why would you even want to collect physical media? I mean, all I have to do is open my phone and boom, I have everything I want to watch or listen to right there. So why bother? Well, this is why.
When we say a game has been destroyed, what we mean is a publisher has permanently disabled all copies of it that have been sold so no one can ever play them again. It would be like removing every single copy of a book or film in existence.
Video prices saw a nearly 20% jump in prices between November and December. That includes streaming services like Netflix, Disney Plus, and Paramount Plus.
If buying isn't owning, then piracy isn't stealing.
Global piracy has increased over 65% in the last 5 years, with TV and video now accounting for the largest share of pirated traffic. But when the average person is spending 45% more on streaming services than just last year, often while still being forced to watch ads.
There's something a lot of us have come to realize in the last year or so: we don't really own the things we buy, do we?
Physical media comes in many forms, but I want to focus on a few of the most popular: DVDs, CDs, books, and video games. Books alone have a ton of subcategories, but for me, it's comics and manga. For others, it's long-form series like Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings. And for a lot of people, the original book is always better than the show or adaptation. Then there's video games. Before digital downloads became the norm, if you wanted a game, you had to actually go to the store, like GameStop, and ask if they had it in stock. And if you were a kid trying to get something like, I don't know, GTA, the employees would immediately turn to your parents and say,
yeah, this game's actually super violent and has a lot of crime, sex, and drugs, so don't buy it for your kid.
And then you had to get something like Skylanders. But back then, people had to build entire libraries of physical games. Games that you could play anytime, and more importantly, games that you actually own. When I was a kid, I remember scrolling through the Xbox 360 arcade, and I was trying to find a game to play, and I came across a specific game. Really, a collection of games. A game called the... Growing up online, I watched a lot of content I probably shouldn't have been watching. But some of it really stuck with me. Things like Gmod videos and Portal and Team Fortress 2. I watched creators like Miss Breezy, Venturian Tale, Vanos Gaming, and animations like Meet the Team from Pimations. So seeing the orange box as a kid, it felt like finding the Holy Grail. It had Portal, it had Team Fortress 2, it had Half-Life 2, which at the time I thought was Gmod, but I couldn't get it. It was rated M, and my parents, being good parents, said no. They did give me Portal 1 and 2 though, so that was pretty awesome. But now I'm older, and I have my own money. And last December, I really wanted to play Half-Life 2 for the first time. Yeah, I could have just bought it on my PC for really cheap, but instead, for old time's sake, I wanted to get a physical copy of the orange box. And somehow, my local game store, Game Over Video Games, shout out, they had one copy left. So I drove over, I bought it, and finally, I had it in my hands. If you've ever gotten a new game as a kid, you know the feeling of going to the store and buying the game, and on that drive home, all you can think about is getting home and playing that game. You look at the game front and back the entire drive, anticipating the fun you'll have. I haven't felt that in years, but driving home that day, I felt like a kid again. And for the next couple of weeks, my routine was very simple. Wake up, make coffee, and play Half-Life 2 on my Xbox 360. It was amazing, and not just because the game is great, but because of the experience I had. Now I have this physical copy, just a disc, but it still holds real memories. And that's something streaming can't really replicate. Vinyl records are the same way. You're not just getting music, but you're getting something tangible. The artwork, the packaging, sometimes you can get a note from the artist. It becomes something more than just something to listen to. It's something that you own and display. At the end of the day, physical media is more than just content. It's a way to connect with the things you love on a deeper level. Now, I want to talk about the downsides of digital media.
I have nothing! Do you hear me? I have nothing!
One major issue, especially in gaming, is that companies can just take things away. A game underperforms, the servers get shut down, the game becomes unplayable, even if you paid for it. And yeah, sometimes that's due to costs, but it's still frustrating because you don't really own that game. You're just renting access to it. But if you own a physical copy, no one can take that from you. It's yours. No one's gonna walk into your house and take all your... Borderlands. No one's gonna walk into your house and take them from you. And the same problem exists for movies and TV. Streaming services are more popular than ever, but they're getting more and more expensive.
Spare change, man.
You end up paying for multiple subscriptions just to watch a handful of things you actually care about. And even then, content is spread across all different kinds of platforms. For example, recently I tried to watch all the John Wick movies. One was on Netflix, another was on somewhere else, and one required a higher tier subscription just to access it. That's frustrating. And music streaming isn't much better. Spotify without a subscription is barely usable, and services like Apple Music require a monthly fee on top of already expensive devices. And even after paying, some platforms still include ads or lock features behind higher tiers. At that point, what are you paying for? It's no surprise that the phrase, "if buying isn't owning, then piracy isn't stealing," has become so popular. Whether you agree with it or not, it reflects a real frustration. Gabe Newell once said that the best way to stop piracy is not by putting anti-piracy technology to work. It's by giving those people a service that is better than what they're receiving from the pirates. And right now, a lot of companies just aren't doing that. The point I'm trying to get across in this video isn't to just stop using streaming services, because I understand they're easy and they're always there at your fingertips, and you're not always going to have access to a physical copy of the thing you want to watch or listen to. But if there's something you like, whether it's a movie, show, song, game, go out and see if there's a physical version of that and buy it, because one day that thing may not exist anymore. And if you have that physical copy, that's yours. You keep that and you own that. That's your right. No one can take that from you. My name is Jacob Heredia. Thank you for watching my video.